Namaste. I'm gonna start with a story for this one. So, back in late 2018, I had a very strange dream. In this dream, I was at my grandparents' home, out of state, and was talking with my dead uncle, who had died probably many years before, back in like 2011 or something. And I asked my uncle a very particular question, which I never got a response to, and I'll tell you why. Who, or it was either who or what is God? And at that very moment I asked that question, the dream stopped, and a new dream started. Like I was asleep, and the dream stopped right there, and a new dream started. Now it's not till I think this point because when I do videos, the I usually have a corresponding dream with them after I'm done making the video, such as when I did my future wife's higher self slash girlfriend or whatever. That dream, after I after I talked about that dream, after I posted it on YouTube, I got the serenade dream from that same thing, from posting the video, because I acknowledged what I was, like, I guess, finally thinking, and that gave me the preceding dream. And so in a way, when I do the videos, like, things start to connect. So in this video, I will be talking about who, or rather, what is God. To begin, we have the higher self. Higher self is who you will eventually become. It's also known as future. The future self, if you want to put it that way. So it's the higher self, the future self. It is who you will eventually become through multiple lifetimes. And you, as your higher self, can direct and dictate what is going on in your current version. So there are different layers, like onions. So we got, like, let's just say the fifth dimension, sixth, and seventh. And I mean, like, going up, we have up to like 2, 1, 3. You know what I mean. I did that in reverse order or whatever. But the higher self is split into many different people, and everyone is contributing their own story, their own life to the higher self, because the higher self is multiple consciousness, and as it, like, descends into the different densities, which we are in the third density. Animals and stuff are like the first, no, are the second density, and just like minimal minerals and rocks are the first density. It's the big E in science quotations, and they don't understand that that is from a spiritual standpoint. It's not, the big E cannot be physical in any way. It has to be through the consciousness that allows it to happen. if you know this logo or whatever, uh, it's a movie from way back when, but that is the big E. That is the logo, and what I've noticed I cannot talk about because of how the world works right now and so forth. Which, I mean, I would love to talk about, but I'll probably have my account taken down if I mention it. So, this is the... where did that go? Yeah. So if you know the movie and that logo, you know what I'm talking about. So going back to the higher self, because the higher self is divided, multiple consciousness are going into a single being, we could essentially call this a god, as we currently understand it. So if you are God, then what is the actual God? Well, the God encompasses all of this. And all of this out here is the universe. The universe, what the universe made, that is essentially God, as we should know it, because our current definition of God is limiting. And by limiting what God is, we limit what we are. And by not seeing that we are essentially gods, like we can create the reality we live in through manifestation, the power of attraction, all those different laws. By not allowing ourselves to think we are God, we limit ourselves to just staying basically within the box. So you need to think outside the box to understand what God is and see that God, who created our universe, is so much larger than us. And I mean, technically, with what I've read, we can eventually become like the God of the universe and make our own rules, but that's a loop, and I am not very fond of loops. So I guess my big question is, what, like, why? Why are we trying to get to a God state if we are just gonna create a universe of our own at some point and more or less dictate it and just repeat the process? What is the point if that is what we ultimately are gonna do? I mean, everything is love. So us being loved is just like, what is the universe? The universe is love, and the universe is God. But why are we doing this? Like, that's the big question I want answered, but I can't figure that one out. So I'm expecting at some point I'll have a revelation or something which helps answer that, but who knows? But that is the answer of who or what is God. God is us, and the universe is like the true God, because that is what created what we are doing and how we're descending through the different densities to have different lives, which are only temporary. And I mean, all this is in the blink of an eye. It's all infinity. It's all the infinite possibilities are. Like, it's all tangled in one. That's exactly what quantum mechanics is. So, that is this video, and I want you guys to all remember that we are all energy, that through our dreams we are experiencing our soul travel, and just how they experience life, which eventually we during this apocalypse will experience that same exact life, because we are energy, and dreams are the spiritual side of the coin. This physical life is it's a dream, and we are just not perceiving it that way. We perceive everything as physical, and that's why everything seems physical, but everything is a dream. I've been incredibly enthusiastic with this one because, I don't know, it's just, as I'm getting more used to YouTube, it's just coming out, flowing far better than it has been. So, like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. This is What is God. I hope if you liked it, you share the video. I think I already said that. And I hope everyone has a nice day. And goodbye.